And welcome to Mornings with Luann and Tim on TV. You showed up. Look at you.
We made it.
We made it. We survived the election.
Luann was up past her bedtime last night.
Totally.
We were on air till 10:15, and Mama's normally in bed after a couple of glasses of wine by then. Yeah.
Sometimes 3 glasses of wine. Yeah, it depends on what's for dinner. Sometimes it is dinner. You know, there are just days where you just need to self-medicate.
Apparently your microphone is not on. I just heard in my ear.
Is that right? Okay.
You can talk into mine.
Okay.
You can talk into mine until you're ready.
So anyway, 3 glasses of wine is sort of normal.
I think,
but you know, let me
good.
just see.
Luann,
look it. You know what? I'm not
there
on.
you go.
Okay, now I'm on.
Luann just got turned on.
I just got
TV.
turned on TV, only on live television.
Easy as that. At 8 o'clock in the morning.
And at my age, that's awesome.
I know. That wasn't just a hot flash.
Yeah. I'd rather that than the hot flash.
Luann.
Excellent job on the election last night, my friend.
Well, you know, okay. My sister and we get along great. Don't get me wrong. We tease each other and stuff. So after it was all over, she was the one who, after the results came in, sent me a text. Remember, I had my phone with me? And my phone went ding, and I thought it was more information. And I looked at it, and it was just a big curse word.
And he starts laughing. We're on the air.
And I said, I can't read with I thought this was going to be more results from the election, but it's my sister cursing, so I can't. So we got texting after when I got home, and I was saying, what did you? She said, we were watching. She lives in Toronto, and she's like, we were watching the TV, and then they had us on the computer to get the local stuff,
awesome!
Because they own a home here as well. So anyway, she said, that must have been really interesting for you, because she knows I've never done anything like election coverage before. She said, that must have been very interesting for you. Everything's a learning curve. And I said, well, I kind of felt like a fish out of water. And she said, well, at least you were pretty.
There's that.
So
you didn't.
Thanks for the support.
To me, you didn't look like a fish out of water.
That's because I'm an actor.
Yes, you're an actor. You are an actor.
No, so that was really odd.
Wasn't it informative?
Listen, those pundits we had also, we had, Professor Dr. Gail Broad, we had Professor Trevor Cheer, and we had Susan Myers. I sat there just soaking it all in. Trevor
Getting the inside scoop on how things work.
Felt like I was in a poli-sci class, which I'd never taken before, but they made it very.
I did, and I still felt like I was in one.
They made it very. They were layman's terms. I understood everything they said, which was very cool.
And they were really good about asking questions, because when you're live, of course, you're trying to fill time, and you kind of think of things as they come to you, and they on it. Like, there was not one question that I asked or that Tim asked that they were not able to answer. All 3 of them were awesome. They really added some legitimacy to our broadcast, I thought.
They did. They compensated for my ignorance.
Oh, no. But you had your glasses on, so you looked smart.
I did put my glasses on to look smart. But I think one of the things I like about this job is the opportunity to learn more. And I feel like if I don't know something, maybe there are other people out there who don't know that same stuff as well. And so I ask the questions that maybe some people don't get the chance to ask.
Exactly.
And because you can't be embarrassed about not knowing something. You have to just ask questions, because how else are you going to learn?
Exactly.
And I learned a lot last night, and I think we should probably say congratulations to Ross Romano, and we look forward to you representing our community very well in Queen's Park, and I believe that Ross will. I think
I believe so as well.
He will fight for
an awesome
every single one of those candidates cared about this community.
Yes.
Every single one of them was dedicated to us.
And that's another thing we got to do, and probably new for you. We got to know them a little bit because we hosted a debate.
And not just hosted the debate, then I went to the bucket list challenge ball.
Right.
They were all there, and it was so nice to actually be able to walk up and just chat and know them and socialize with them, and absolutely.
Did you have your glasses on though?
No.
See, lost opportunity, Timothy. I'm just saying.
You have some sad news to report.
We do. This is so sad and so sudden, and I am such a huge fan of this man. CNN is confirming this morning that Anthony Bourdain, famous chef, a famous TV host for CNN, does a travel show with them.
Parts unknown.
Passed away today. He was 61 years old, and they're confirming that the cause of death was suicide, which is, if you follow him at all, I was, as I said, a huge fan. He was 110% whichever way he was going. So he had some addiction issues. He enjoyed a drink from what I understand. Worked out like a fanatic. As I said, everything he did, he went 100%.
How old was he, Luann?
Yeah, he's 61.
61.
And
he was in incredible shape. I mean, I've watched the show.
Yeah. Received so many awards in his career in the food industry. The Peabody Award. His show was called Parts Unknown, and I feel so badly for his former wife and his little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's 2 suicides of celebrities within a week.
Yes, and they say it comes in 3, so we're
Kate Spade.
Yes, yeah. And did you? I don't know if you heard, but we heard almost immediately when the announcement for Kate Spade was made that there was a suicide note, and her husband was furious with the police because they released that information.
Oh my gosh.
3 days later, he hadn't read the note yet.
Come on.
He had not read the note, I'm sure by his choice, but he wasn't able to read the note yet, so he was very upset about, the fact that it was out there and he didn't want it to be.
And as we were saying in the studio here, that it just goes to show you, these are people who had fame, they had money, they didn't want for anything in the world, you would think. And yet, so mental health and mental illness is nothing to do with where you are, with your position in society or your wealth, and there's a lot that goes on under the surface. And that's why I think it's, once again, opening up a dialogue about the stigma of mental health and addiction.
I bet it would be even more difficult for celebrities who have mental health issues, who have to, or feel like they have to portray a certain persona, and so they couldn't possibly be a depressed person or have mental health issues.
When you saw Anthony on his shows, there was no indication that there was any sort of depression. But that's what you do when
you play.
When you're an on-air personality, you act, right?
Yes, absolutely. So a huge loss for CNN, of course, because of the broadcasting programs, but for the world in general and the culinary world specifically, Anthony Bourdain. And his show is so much fun to watch. I hope that they continue to run old versions of it, because he, as I said, would do anything. If there was, a toenail from a dragon dipped in chocolate and it was a delicacy, he would try it. There were things he was eating, I was like, there's not enough wine in the world to wash that baby down, and he did it with such class and such finesse. He was also very direct, if he thought, this isn't up to par, I don't want this. Yeah. Like very, I wasn't scared of him.
Were you?
I was.
He was a powerful persona.
Yeah, I don't think he ate bologna sandwiches.
No, no bologna there.
No bologna.
Oh, what a shame, what a loss.
Very sad loss.
All right, well, Luann, we have a great show today.
Yes.
We're going to lighten the mood a little bit
Good.
This morning. We're going to have people here from the Humane Society. Cindy's here from the Humane Society. We're going to have some pets in the studio. Yay.
Tim's going to have pets in the studio.
You're going to pet a dog.
I'm going to sit in the newsroom well out of harm's way, because dogs have teeth.
And I have Stacey Shiers with me this morning. There's a seniors conference coming up on I think it's the 15th of June, and Stacey has a ton of information for us. So if you are...
And she's with the Alzheimer's Society.
She is, but this is really about the conference itself, which is preparing seniors for... they're talking about everything from legal issues to health issues to power of attorney. I mean, all kinds of wonderful information.
Awesome.
Oh yes, it's going to be a great conference. So Stacey's going to be my first guest, and we're going to talk about that when we come back. So there's more with Mornings with Luann and Tim on TV. Stay with us. We'll be back after this brief message. I just missed my theme song, Stacey. It normally goes ee, 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 and there's a little song, and I don't know what happened. Somebody broke my clock. My sun clock. Hi, Stacey.
Good morning.
This is Stacey Shiers, everybody. Stacey is the chair of the Senior Rights Protection Council, and I'm so glad you're here to join us today to tell us about this amazing conference that's coming up on June 15th, which is also...
World Elder Abuse Awareness Day.
World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. That's a serious issue. Do we find many instances that in our community that you're aware of?
Yes, we do. We do get calls regarding to senior rights issues. You know, and then we redirect them to the appropriate avenue, whether it be the Sault Police or Victim Services Algoma can also help, or the different community agencies that might be able to help them out.
So the council itself gets this information sometimes?
Yes, we
and
do.
shares? Oh, wow.
Yes,
okay.
we do.
Where, do you have an office in Sault Ste. the Senior Rights Council, or are you a conglomeration of agencies?
Yes, we have many community agencies. We meet once a month. And we talk about different issues that might be coming up, different events that might be coming up, and what we can do to educate and create awareness in the community.
Fantastic. I see one of your partners is Safe Communities Partnership.
Yes.
And that's a shout out to Deanna Rector. Happy belated birthday, Deanna. And they do great, amazing work with seniors. I know that Algoma Public Health has a lot of seniors programming, and Deanna does great work with the seniors at APH as well, and, and the volunteers that they have there, the Sioux Rising Stars and that group. So tell me a little bit about other agencies that are involved.
So on the day of the conference, the seminar, we have different agencies that'll have fair displays set up for a fair.
Almost like, so it's like it's more than a conference. It's almost like a seniors health fair.
It is in a sense, yes. So
Cool.
so we have Algoma Public Health. Stay on Your Feet will be there.
That Stay on Your Feet. That's like slips, trips, and falls, and all that stuff. That's a great program. They give you all kinds of tips about making your household safe. All kinds of safety tips about things like cords and don't wear baggy clothes and no air, like little area carpets, because you can slip on those, and and how to do rails and stuff. They do amazing work. Lots of tips. Okay.
Excellent education and knowledge there. And we actually have Amanda Lambert who will be presenting a short little exercise program after our lunch break with Stay on Your Feet.
She's fantastic.
Yeah. So get them the attendees of the conference moving right after lunch.
Excellent.
Yes.
Who else going to be there?
So we also have Elder Abuse Ontario. We'll have the Alzheimer's Society. We have Behavioral Supports Ontario. We have Victim Services Algoma. We have the Senior Health Advisory Committee.
Yes.
We'll have Vision Loss Rehabilitation Ontario. We also have Sault Ste. Marie Fire Services and Emergency Preparedness.
Of course.
Yes, and then presenting for the day, we have Dr. Mary Ann Shannon, who's going to be talking about medication management.
Oh, now that's a huge issue.
It is.
Because do they talk about the tips on how to, would they be talking about how to make sure that you get your proper dosage at the right time, and also getting rid of medication that you're no longer using, how to dispose of that? Keeping in touch with your pharmacist?
Absolutely. She's going to cover all areas of medication management, as well as be open to questions that the attendees might have. So excellent knowledge and resource opportunity for the seniors in our community.
Before we go on to the other presenters, you're talking about the attendees. Now, so the conference is aimed at seniors 55 plus, is that correct?
It's aimed to educate seniors who are 55 plus, but we do invite anybody from the community, whether you're a professional working with seniors in the community or you're a community member who maybe has a family member who you might be able to use the knowledge and gain skills and education that will assist them to, live a better quality of life in our community.
Now, Stacey, one of the things that we hope for seniors is that they can stay in their homes or in their apartments for as long as possible before moving into any kind of an assisted living facility.
Yes.
And so this conference, I'm assuming, is going to assist in that endeavor to try to teach seniors and their families how they can prepare and allow the seniors to live in the comfort of their own homes with safely and securely, with a reduction to harm. All of those tips will be provided, all of those, that'll be a focus of this, I'm assuming, these agencies working to help people in their homes, right?
Yes, absolutely. We actually have Madeline Herbert from Advocacy North, who will even cover Landlord-Tenant Act. Information on that, answer questions on that, talking about powers of attorney.
And this is why I think for me as the child of a senior, and my mother is now in a nursing home, but when she was in her own home, these are sorts of things that I would want to know about as well. If I had a mother still living on her, I have neighbors in my neighborhood that are in their 90s, still living on their own, bless them, and they're happy and they're healthy, but to prepare as their child, I would love to go to one of these things with a mother or father or both to learn all about this stuff as well. So I think it's a great opportunity for children of seniors to attend.
Absolutely, and professionals in the community. You know, there might be resources that they're not aware of or that they would like to learn more about. So when they're working with those seniors in the community, they can provide more education and knowledge for them and put them in the right direction. So yeah, we also have Dr. Sarah White from the Superior Family Health Team.
Oh.
And she'll be covering issues like the do not resuscitate, so the DNR,
Yes.
and other medical issues that seniors might, you know, be concerned about as well. So she'll be covering lots of interesting topics.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break.
Great.
We're going to take about 60 seconds, and we'll be back with Stacey to talk a little bit more about the seniors. Let's tell me the name again.
So it's the Seniors Rights Protection Council, and it's the Seniors in the Know seminar.
Seniors in the Know seminar. That's what I was looking for.
That's right.
Seniors in the Know seminar, June the 15th.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We're going to talk a little bit more about the seminar itself and the benefits that you and your family can receive by attending, or if you're a local community member who has interest in seniors care, you're welcome too. So stay with us. We'll be right back. More Mornings with Luann and Tim. We're back with Stacey Shiers, and we're talking about the June 15th Seniors in the Know seminar. Where is it being held, Stacey?
It's being held at the Drop-In Center on Bay Street.
Okay, the Seniors Drop-In Center, the corner of Bay and Brock.
Yes.
Yes, okay,
yes.
good. And that's a great facility, too.
It is.
You're in the big hall, the meeting hall there?
Yes, the big ballroom hall.
So you mentioned that we've got, so we have a lawyer, Madeline Herbert's coming in, Advocacy North, Sarah White from Superior Family Health Team. What other speakers do you have?
So we'll also have José Miljur from Elder Abuse Ontario, who will talk about the different types of elder abuse and ways that you can report it.
And signs to look for probably as well, if you're a family member.
Yeah.
Very important. And so for the Elder Abuse Ontario, is there a phone number and stuff? I mean, did they provide that information as well? Like you can call this number and...
Absolutely. There's a phone number. There's a website. It's www.elderabusontario.com. I don't have the phone number off the top of my head.
That information will all be provided as well.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they'll probably have handouts that people can hang on
yes.
to. Are there take-homes from this? I mean, obviously all of these would you call them vendors or not really vendors?
Well, we call them community service providers.
There you go. That's a better term.
Yes.
They'll obviously have all kinds of material available there as you go from table to table and talk to these people. They'll have take-homes for you.
Yes, absolutely.
So we've got 4 amazing speakers. Who's Dr. Mary Ann Shannon?
Dr. Mary Ann Shannon, she works at a Sioux College, and she's going to be covering the medication management.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And then you were talking about so Patricia Lofstrom. What is her role with the Ministry of Senior Affairs?
So she is the regional advisor for the Ministry of Senior Affairs. So she'll anything to do with taxes and grants and those kinds of issues.
Okay.
She'll be there to present on what her role is and what areas she covers and answer any questions. And she'll have excellent handouts and material as well.
And a performance from the Sioux Rising Stars.
Yes,
I just mentioned them. That's so cool they're there.
Yes.
So you're covering everything. You're covering legal, you're covering medical, you're covering mental health, you're covering advocacy, safety, security, awareness, everything is being covered at this conference.
That's right.
And lunch.
Lunch.
You get lunch.
And snacks.
And snacks.
Yes.
And guess what? It's free. You're free to everybody to attend this entire conference and lunch and snacks.
Yes.
All this information.
Yes.
And it's free.
Yes.
Well, I can't imagine a reason why you wouldn't go to the Seniors Drop-In Center June the 15th. What are the times?
So it's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The doors will open at 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
Pre-registration is required.
Oh, so you have to register in it. You can't just show up. They need to know you're coming.
Absolutely.
How do they register?
So they can call 705-942-2195 extension 208.
Let's do that again. Hang on. We'll do that later on.
Okay.
Get out a pen and a paper in case you don't have one, and we'll give you that phone number again. Is there a Facebook page, a website, anywhere else they can go, Stacey, besides a phone call? Or just to get more information?
Right. So they can go to the Elder Abuse Ontario website as well as the Safe Communities website.
Oh, well, the Safe Communities website and that's great. That's a local one you can find, right?
Yes. Yes.
www.safecommunities.ca. SaultSteCommunities.com, probably, I would think.
I don't know that one off
You
the
know
top
what?
of my head
Just
either.
Google Safe Communities Partnership Sault Ste. Marie. You Google that and you're going to get right to Deanna's website.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you know what else you could do? If you have, I would imagine, any of these community partners, if you want a little, like, call Algoma Public Health.
Yes.
And their receptionists, they're great there.
Yes.
You call them up and say, I want to attend this conference. How do I get more information? Who do I talk to? They will redirect you.
Absolutely.
Surely they would.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, great.
So now they pre-register by a phone call. Okay, are you ready? Do you have your pen and paper? Here we go. The phone number again, Stacey, is?
705-942-2195, extension 208.
All right, there you go. So you can
Yes.
call and register. You have space available still.
We do have
But
some
it's-
spots available.
It's limited?
It's limited and it's getting close to capacity.
Ooh, okay.
Yes,
so get on the phone.
Yes.
It's a week away, week and a bit, week and a day.
Yes.
8 days away?
It's what, 1 week today.
It's on a Friday?
It's on a Friday.
Oh, I thought it was on a Saturday for some reason. It's on a Friday.
Friday, June 15th, yes.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so Friday. So 1 week from today, clear your calendar, check your calendar. If you got nothing going on, now you do. What a great way to spend the day.
Yes.
Learning, staying safe, maybe hanging out with some family members or some friends, acquaintances, other seniors. This is a social thing too, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
So you can go and meet some other people and learn together.
And you have a lunch.
And you have and snacks. Stacey, I want to thank you very much. Is there anything else that you wanted to cover while we're here? Was there any other?
If anybody can't attend the day, but they have any questions or they,
You can clear your throat.
excuse me, thank you, or they would like.
Do you want a sip of my coffee?
That's okay.
It's not a good
thank you.
idea.
They could call 705-942-2195, extension 208, and I can redirect them to, you know, the area of interest that they might have.
Oh, so if they can't be there that day and
That's
they do
right.
have certain questions about either things like housing, taxes, stay on your feet, any of the programming, any of the seniors programming that is going on in the city or any of these agencies involved, you can say, here's who you call.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a fantastic resource. Well, thank you so much for coming on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. Thank you so much
kinda
for
nice here.
having me.
And then I find out you walk in the door, Luann goes, Stacey!
Yes.
You guys went to Jamaica together?
We did. My sister won a trip for 2 to Jamaica, and I was the lucky guest.
You got with Scott and Luann?
With Scott and Luann.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
What's Luann like when she's on vacation?
What happens in Jamaica stays in Jamaica.
Dang it. All right, well, I was looking for some blackmail material, but okay, you're good. I'll travel with you anytime.
All right.
Stacey Shiers, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
the 2018 Seniors in the Know seminar taking place at the Seniors Drop-In Center on Friday, June the 15th. Pre-registration is open now. Call this number.
705-942-2195, extension 208.
And thank you again, Stacey. Have a great
you.
weekend.
You as
It's going to be
well.
a beauty.
Oh, looking forward to it.
Okay, and we'll be right back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim after this brief message. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Ontario is PC blue this morning with a majority. Here at home, incumbent Progressive Conservative Ross Romano won the race with 13,498 votes. After all 62 polls in Sault Ste. Marie reported, Romano talked to ONNtv about what his plans are.
To do for this city if it wasn't for the people around me. So if you're gonna thank anybody for anything, thank them, because they allow me to do what I believe I need to do moving forward. I made the promise last year and I will make the promise again. I'm going to fight for this city. I believe we have so much to offer. I believe we have not reached our full potential, not even close.
Doug Ford rode a populist wave to power in Ontario last night, capturing a progressive conservative majority by harnessing voters' economic anxiety and anger with a scandal-plagued Liberal government. The Premier-elect says he will continue the legacy of his late brother, Rob, a former Toronto mayor.
I know that my brother Rob is looking down from heaven.
Yes, that's it. He's the champ.
Tell you, I'm just getting chills talking about him right now. I know Rob, he is celebrating with us tonight. We owe so much to Rob's legacy. a legacy of service to the people, a legacy started by my father, Doug Ford Sr., and a legacy that will continue.
A tearful Kathleen Wynne stepped down as Ontario's Liberal leader last night as the party she propelled to a majority government only 4 years ago was reduced to a skeleton crew, losing official status in the legislature. Wynne, who had predicted her party's loss a few days ago, said resigning was the right thing to do. She also said she's passing the torch to a new generation.
I am resigning as the leader of the Ontario Liberal Party. I know. We're not. I'm going to cry. I have spoken to the party president and asked him to start the process of choosing an interim leader. And it is the right thing to do. There is another generation, and I am passing the torch to that generation.
Meanwhile, Ontario NDP leader Andrea Horwath addressed an excited crowd in Hamilton last night after the party significantly increased its seat count in the provincial election to a position good enough for official opposition status. Experts say despite failing to win the government, Horwath's position is likely safe. She handily won her own seat and boosted her party's overall count significantly from the 18 seats at dissolution to 39 at latest count, good enough for official opposition status and rare heights for New Democrats in Ontario.
Today, millions of people voted for change for the better. We have won more seats than we have held in a generation. I am deeply humbled that Ontarians have asked us to serve as the new official opposition.
The NDP's Michelle McLeave Kennedy was right behind Romano all night. She took 13,084 of the votes and pretty much followed the provincial trend. The Liberals' Jacqueline Hamill finished the evening with 3,199 of the total votes, which amounted to 32,117. The province might be blue, but Algoma Manitoulin stays orange. At 10:15 last night, the NDP's Michael Mantha had a comfortable enough lead after 89 of the 111 polls reported to be called the winner. Mantha, at that point in the evening, secured 58.09% of the vote.
Our song came back again.
It did.
I had no song for one of my intros. It was just the silent.
Really?
Yeah, the silent.
Why didn't you sing it then?
Do do do.
Don't you know the words?
Do do do. It's the doo-doo song.
It's the doo-doo song.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, actually, we're going to talk about Relay for Life.
Oh, that's coming up on that's June 15th.
I
as
know.
Well. June 15th is a busy day.
It is. Very busy day.
Oh, but that's not till evening.
Yes, 7 to 1 a.m.
Okay.
Right. And we're going to have, ONNtv is going to see our own team there. So
the ONNtv streamers.
And we hope to see you there because we're like going to kick some butt.
Are we getting clothes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I don't know.
I think we're getting like the ONNtv t-shirts or
Yes.
something to wear as we
I
go
hope they
around
glow in the dark. Because,
it's
you know,
'Cause it's
we need to
nighttime.
be seen. Absolutely. So anyway, Relay for Life.
Yeah.
We are so happy with the business community in Sault Ste. Marie. They are being so generous. We are giving away 4 prizes, and we're going to do that again on Monday. And we want to say thank you to Fratelli's Kitchen and Pizzeria.
Yay!
The 10 spot. Love the 10 spot. Bar One Fitness.
Oh, great.
Don't even know that place. Clean and Press Juice Bar.
Just because they haven't gone, but they're
Well, yeah, you know what?
great reputation.
Yes, absolutely wonderful reputation. So those are the prizes that
What was the
we're
last
going
one? Sorry,
to.
Clean and Press Juice Bar. Nice.
Yes. Isn't that awesome?
So they're all donating prizes for next week?
Yes. So 4 winners will get one of these prizes on Monday. But we want to congratulate Wednesday's winners, Patty Ann Garofalo, Rhonda Deering,
Melissa Slobodecki.
and Stephen Hurdle.
Congratulations.
Yes, and thanks for playing. All you have to do is go to SueOnline.com/contests, and you can get your name in there, and you better hurry up.
And the whole reason for doing this, the reason that these businesses are donating these prizes and we're having this contest is really to raise awareness of the fact that the Relay for Life is happening, that you can register yourself or a team. You can go to www.relayforlife.ca/Sault Ste. Marie to register or to get more information. It's an awareness raising and fundraising event, and it's a beautiful way to spend an evening with the community, celebrating cancer survivors and remembering those that we've lost to cancer. 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock, everything's going on. There's entertainment.
Bring the kids too.
It's it's a family-friendly event, so you can bring your children. There will be activities for them. There'll be food. It's going to be a great evening, an inspirational evening, and it's being held at the John Rhodes Arena on June the 15th.
And there's a theme every year, and this year's theme is Stars of Hope.
Oh, beautiful.
So, everybody's the most fun thing because they come and set up their tents or their areas. And then they actually put costumes on
with
the theme. So Stars of Hope.
I can't wait.
You could wear a little headband with stars sticking straight out of it.
I could just go as myself because I'm a star. No, I'm just kidding. Luann, we got the Humane Society coming up.
I know.
Okay, so
There's
I've
a
never
big
done
dog.
this before. I used to always watch. When you were on CTV, you would do, what was it called, Pets of the Week?
Pets of the Week.
Pets of the Week.
With Cindy, and she's back. I'm so thrilled.
So you're reuniting with Cindy.
Yeah, she's
Cindy
awesome.
Ross from the Humane. She's the manager of the Humane
Yeah,
Society.
she brought a huge dog.
It's not.
It's
Luann,
big.
Sugar is not a huge dog. I mean, it's not a huge
come
dog.
on.
It's not a
It's
huge
a pony. It's a big
Have
dog.
you ever seen an Irish wolfhound? That's a pony. This is just a dog.
I don't know what an Irish hound.
Irish wolfhound?
Yes.
They're as tall as you.
Really?
Yes.
So I could ride it.
You could ride yes.
Okay.
You could now, but wait a second. We don't have a name for ours. We never came up. I
Right.
failed to come up with a name for our segment. We tossed a few around, but none of them were really appropriate for airing.
Television.
So if you have an idea to name our segments on, because this is going to be a regular installment.
I'm so
Every
excited.
Friday, the Humane Society is going to be here with pets. So if you have an idea for the name of our segment, send it to us at newsroom@SueOnline.com.
Yes.
And we'll take your suggestions, and maybe if you're the winner of naming the pet show, we'll have you come in and meet the pets on a Friday.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I just made that up off the top of my head.
Yeah,
but
he
I
did.
think it's a good idea.
But now you're committed.
I'm committed.
Yes,
I should
absolutely.
be committed.
Yes, you should be committed, absolutely. So yeah, make sure that you help us out, and Tim out especially, because it's his segment, because I'm not going near the
Come
dogs.
on.
And name our segment. Name our brand new segment. Sue Online.
You go to the newsroom at
SueOnline.com
with your second suggestions for the name of our what used to be called
Yes.
Pet of the Week. We don't want to do Pet of the Week because that was Luann's old show. This is Luann's new show, and she should have a new show name.
Yes.
Yes.
So help us name it. And that's coming up.
Okay.
Sugar is you know what? Sweet dog.
Sugar.
I watched her from the corner of the
Oh,
room.
honey, you're mine.
But she's very calm.
Sugar is. She
Yes.
walked in, she sniffed my hand, and she wagged her tail.
Yeah.
So you get to meet Sugar coming up.
Coming up right after this break on TV. Mornings with Luann and Tim.
I was going to say it, Tim.
Oh, can you say it?
Oh, yeah. Such a good. Oh, hi. We're back. Mornings with Luann and Tim, and Sugar and Cindy. Yes, you know your name, Sugar? Oh, what a good girl. Okay, off. Now, can you sit? Can you sit, Sugar?
Sit, Sugar.
Can you sit? Sugar, this okay. Everybody, look, I'm not even paying attention to the audience. I just so taken with Sugar. Hi, Cindy Ross from the Humane Society.
Good morning, Tim.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see
Thanks
you,
for coming
too.
in so nice and early. Oh, Sugar, you're having a... Sugar's great in a talk show. She's got a lot to say. Cindy, how long have you had Sugar at the Humane Society?
Her latest visit hasn't been very long.
latest visit?
Yeah, she was abandoned several months ago at the shelter, and at that time we had her for quite a while before she was adopted, and then she just got returned the other day.
Oh,
So-
I'm sorry to hear that.
So were we.
And so that's probably why she's being so vocal right now. She's a little confused.
She's a little confused.
She's had a lot of back and forth over the last few days.
Well,
so
and she just got transported here, didn't you? Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's all these people in the studio that you never met before.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Everything's okay. You're beautiful.
Yeah.
How old is she? You told me.
She is between 8 and 9 years old, is our best guess.
8 to 9? You
Yes.
don't look that old. You look so young. I know you do.
Oh,
You
my
look so
goodness.
young. Where's your belly? I got your belly, sugar. Yes. Who would not want this beautiful creature?
I know.
Hey, what do people do? I've never adopted a pet from the Humane Society. What do we do?
You can come into the shelter to visit with the pets, or if you simply want to fill out an application, you can do it online as well and submit it in to the shelter. Yeah. But obviously, it's preferred if you come in to meet with the pets and have a discussion with the shelter staff, because every animal is unique and what they need in a home is different. You can't always just judge adopting an animal by their appearance and their breed. So it's best to come in and have a chat with us, fill out an application. And for the dogs, we've recently started a new process of taking applications and taking some time to decide on the right home for them. So.
How many pets do you have at any given time? Do you have a sort of an average number, or does it just must fluctuate all over the place?
It does fluctuate greatly. This time of year, it's certainly busier than in the winter months. And right now we are full.
You are full?
With both cats and dogs, yeah.
Oh.
This week alone, I think we've taken in 22 kittens.
22 kittens in 1 week?
Yeah, and had 4 born yesterday at the shelter. So.
Where are all the cat lovers? If you love cats, go see Cindy at the Humane Society, and you can get yourself a cat. Now, would Sugar already be spayed?
Yes, she is. Yeah.
How does that work? When you get a pet, if a dog comes to you that has not been spayed or neutered, does the Humane Society do that, and then when they're adopted, that fee is added in?
Yeah, we try to get every pet adopted before we send them out to their new homes. Sometimes
you try to
just
get them
by
spayed or neutered before you send them.
Sometimes that just isn't possible, just because of the sheer numbers that we have at the shelter. And what a lot of people don't understand is, like in an instance with Sugar, if we had her spayed, the adoption fee for a dog is $130. And even though we may have invested $400 to $500 in her spay, that's all we collect back from clients.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's where our fundraising and donations go.
They've got donations?
Fundraising and donations goes to keep these guys healthy, and keeping them healthy is being spayed and neutered. So,
Cindy, you also rely heavily upon volunteers. Is that correct? At the Humane Society? Come here, baby. Yeah, what a good girl. You want to shake a ball? Shake a ball. Oh, I got a kiss. A French one. You must have some French something in you. Yeah. Oh, okay. How do people volunteer for the Humane Society? Is there a process for that, Cindy?
There's an application process for that as well. You can come into the shelter, or you can find our volunteer application online. And there's all types of things that you can volunteer for. It's not just interacting with the animals, which some people have a hard time doing, coming into the shelter and walking dogs or playing with the cats. We need help on our committees, board members. We need help with fundraising. There's all sorts of things that you can volunteer to do.
So it's not necessarily touching dogs or working in the pens. There's all kinds of administration under stuff areas where you can use volunteers.
Absolutely.
If you're a student, Cindy, and you sign up to volunteer at the Humane Society, do you get community service hours?
Yes, you have to be 16 years old though.
Okay, so that would probably be grade 11.
I believe so.
Yeah. So that, but they need 40 hours to graduate. So you could spend 40 hours at the Humane Society in a couple of years, between the ages of 16 and you graduate at 17. You could get those 40 hours in and really enjoy yourself working with the pets. And sometimes you have to clean up poop, but that's just the way that goes. That's just life. I mean, I got 3 dogs and I spend a lot of time cleaning up poops, Sugar, but that's okay. You're worth it. So we're going to take a little break and then come back. I just want to get some final details in for our audience to hear how, once again, how to get in touch with you, how what the process is to adopt a pet. So we'll just go back on that. Stay with us. We'll be back. Mornings with Luann and Tim, Sugar, and Cindy from the Humane Society right after this brief message. Stay with us. What a beautiful... Cindy and Sugar are having a moment. So I'll just remind you that this is Mornings with Luann and Tim. And this is our segment with the Humane Society that remains nameless at this time because we don't have a name for this segment. We're asking the general public to help us name our segment. And so Cindy, guess what, Sugar? You are debuting this set. Isn't this nice?
It is beautiful.
Our leather chairs. And this is all from Mio's. We want to thank Mio's for providing this lovely furniture for the dogs to sit on. That's the great thing about, oh, there you got an inch. That's the great thing about leather furniture. I have leather couches and it's so easy to clean for pets.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This tail, boom, boom. You were talking about the fact that right now, it's a little, so funny, for the whole commercial break, she was totally quiet. You were talking about that right now it's a little quiet at the Humane Society, that there's not a lot of adoptions going on, but it generally picks up once school is out, once summer gets going.
Yeah, and families just seem to have more time to devote, like to give the time to a new pet in the household. And there's a lot of family activities going on this time of year before the school break. So,
very busy,
or the
as you
summer
say,
break.
graduations and parties.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So yeah, once the school year is out, the adoptions tend to pick up a bit, and we always seem to tend to focus on the cats and dogs, which we generally have more of, but we also have rabbits currently.
I used to have a rabbit.
Yes, we have lots of rabbits right
My
now.
rabbit was very talented. My rabbit, her name was Bunny. You have to say it like that, Bunny. And Bunny could jump in the air and spin around like twice.
Wow.
And while she was spinning, she would poop and it would fly all around the room like brrrr. She was very talented. So you have lots of rabbits.
Lots of rabbits. We have.
That's how I felt last night after the election.
Yeah. And we have rats.
You have rats?
Some rats.
So I don't personally. I mean, I've had hamsters and gerbils. I never had a rat. My partner Keith had rats.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Bojangles and Mrs. Bojangles. Yeah, I'm not a. Rats are clean though.
They really are.
Rats are extremely. You may not know this, but
really
rats are extremely clean pets.
And smart.
And exactly smart.
And smart.
Well, that's because they use them for tests and stuff for their brains.
And we also currently have a snake.
We have a snake.
Adoption.
I don't think I want to adapt this, but a lot of people like reptiles. There we go. So the snake. How do you have to have qualifications to adopt a snake?
Well, we like to have a discussion with people before you take a pet home, so that you know what you're doing as far as care for the pet.
Do you provide that service? Do you actually do sort of a consultation thing where you say this is how you're going to care for your animal and set them up?
Yeah, and we're very fortunate that we seem to have a very broad spectrum of knowledge at the shelter with our staff. That we have people who know horses and livestock, and we have people who know reptiles and birds and small critters, and they can talk to people about what the needs are for those specific animals. So
once again, the process of adopting a pet, you can go online and fill out a form.
Correct.
Ideally, you would come in.
Yeah.
But most people do though, don't they, Cindy? They want to see the pets.
You'd be amazed at the number of people who just want to check online.
Really?
And go from there.
You have pictures and stuff online?
We do, but again, you need
want
to
meet
meet
the
them.
personality.
You got to see the personality and see how it fits with your personality.
One of our reporters, Riley Smith, she adopted the Basset Hound kind of. Remember that one?
Yes.
And they called him Doug.
Yeah.
And and Riley is she is partners with my nephew Rob Barsanti.
Oh, okay.
And so Riley just got back from a month in Europe. They adopted the dog and then she went away, and now she's home, and Riley's having a hard time because Doug and Rob have bonded. And she feels left out, so she's got to play catch up with this dog.
Yeah.
Beautiful animals.
That's nice.
It is.
That's nice. I always love to hear the after stories.
Doug's been in here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Those are the best. I love hearing the happy stories afterwards.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cindy, thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to this regular segment.
Yeah.
Next time, and you can the bigger the better as far as I'm concerned, because I love to watch Luann freak out.
Yeah, I don't think Luann would agree.
That's okay. So you're always welcome back. We're looking to every Friday with you.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions about adopting a pet, you can contact Cindy or her staff at the Sault Ste. Marie Humane Society. Cindy, what's the phone number?
Phone number is 705-949-3573.
And we know you're located on 2nd Line East.
At the bottom of the hill.
Bottom of the hill, right next to the dog walking park.
Yes.
And so people can stop by. No appointment, just drop in and see the pets.
Yep.
What are your hours?
Monday to Friday, 11 to 5, and on the weekends, noon to 5.
Noon to 5 on both Saturday and Sunday?
Yes.
Your staff goes nonstop.
Well, we have to be there every day for these guys.
Well, of course, I
We may
suppose
as well
that's
be
true.
open to the public.
What about pets that are being dropped off for lost and found, that sort of thing? How does that work?
Same process. We're just pop in and see us.
And if it's after hours, they can come by and you have a place where they can put after hours
do.
pets with a blanket and stuff.
Yeah,
They can get
cage
all that
food,
information on
water.
our website too, probably. What's your website?
It's ssmhumanesociety.ca.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Cindy Ross from the Humane Society and my beautiful friend Sugar. I love you. And I'll see you back in just a short break. Luann and I will be back to say goodbye and wish you a happy weekend. So stay with us. Mornings with Luann and Tim. Thanks for staying with us. Mornings with Luann and Tim. It's almost the weekend.
It is. I have not seen you this happy in a long time with
love
that
puppies.
puppy.
I love puppies.
Well, you have 3 of your own, so
know.
I figured.
I can't have 4.
No?
No, my house
sure?
is too small for a 4.
Yeah.
So I'll just live vicariously through the show as the pets come in.
So that's a good thing. So
Yes.
you'll stay then?
Yes.
You're not going to quit on
I'm
me?
not going to quit. I smell like dog. Listen, that dog, did you see how she settled down for the
She
last segment?
did.
That tells you, this dog is under lights in a strange environment,
Yeah.
and yet, in a matter
So
of
calm.
10 minutes, she sat there quietly for the whole end of the last interview. That speaks volumes about that dog's nature.
And I think, too, it has a lot to do with Cindy. Because Cindy's very steady. You cannot fluster Cindy.
No.
I'm sure she's had poop on her and throw up and
Yeah.
all kinds of urine, but she stays steady.
Before we say goodbye, I want to remind everybody, this is the weekend of the WTF Festival. Russell Peters tonight, tickets still on sale. Late night comedy at Sue Blasters tonight. And then tomorrow, the variety show at the Bushplane Museum, tickets still available. And late night show at the Canadian. So come to the Canadian for late night comedy, $15.
And lunch today.
Oh, we're going for this luncheon today.
We're doing lunch today.
We'll see you Monday.
Have a great weekend.